howdy, friends and neighbors, and all you people out there doing all the good things and the stuff and the whatevers and the whatever. I don't know. Just kind of lost track there somewhere. Anyway,
You know the thing.
Go, you know the thing. And Shibanamana Depression, I think, is one that we should go with. That always sounds good. Then there's this country can only be described by one word.
I was in the hills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
Yes.
Ultra megas.
Anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss today. This is, of course, the Geek Chat. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted here. I'm trying to get my chat pulled up, so I forgot to do that before we started here. I'm trying to get all the oh, come on, stupid previews or commercials. Trying to get the chats pulled out here so I can see what you guys out there in the chat are saying. There we go. All right, now I have it. Now I have it. There it goes. All right, now we got everything pulled up, and I can see you guys chatting out there in YouTube land. So we're here today. We're here. We're having fun. So this is the Geek Chat. So we got lots of stuff to talk about, especially because D23 was this weekend. Was this week? It still is. It's still ongoing. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And there was a lot of stuff that came out. Lots of announcements out there in the world. And there we go. Sorry, I forgot to send a link to somebody. I completely blanked on that, just in case they want to hop in here for a minute. So I'll get that out there to them. Copy, paste, all the fun stuff. Send the email. There we go. And there it is. Anyway, so D23 was this weekend, so we got lots of stuff to talk about there as far as new stuff coming out. Jolly.
Yes.
Since you're such a big Star Wars fan, and you're the one that got me into Clone Wars. Thank you, by the way. So there was lots of Star Wars announcements this weekend on the D23 tubes and all that kind of stuff. So that's obviously something we're going to talk about. But there were several announcements. Always all Disney stuff, but it's like Disney's own version of Comic-Con. You know what I mean? So they've got all their movies and TV shows and all that kind of shit that came out. Or that's coming out.
Did they drop an Ahsoka trailer?
They did not drop an Ahsoka trailer. It was said that there was some images that were put out.
And they did announce who is playing Ezra.
Yes, they did announce who was playing Ezra. I don't remember his name. He's an actor I don't even know.
No.
But, well, I will say he looked like fucking Ezra.
Yes. The other guy in the running was the guy from the Aladdin movie.
Yes, I remember that. Again, never saw Aladdin, so I don't know if that guy could act. I don't know who this guy is, but I know he looked like Ezra. He looked more like Ezra than the guy from Aladdin did. So that was cool. I mean, I assume he can act if they're hiring him. So that's something. But yeah, they dropped some images, I guess, of Ahsoka, just like her in costume and shit. Like nothing dramatic. So there's nothing else that we've been given other than just some images of her as Ahsoka. So, I mean, there's not much to cover on that. We got no trailer. We got no synopsis, nothing. Although we can all guess the synopsis by the episode of Mandalorian she was in. She's looking for Thrawn because she wants to find Ezra. I think that's all. We can pretty much figure that out just from having already seen her. So I think that's going to be kind of the gist of it. And obviously we know Ezra's going to be in it, so she's going to fucking find Ezra. So yeah, but they didn't really drop much on that. As far as like Star Wars news and stuff goes, they dropped a new trailer for Andor, which starts in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was, it says done by the people who did Rogue One, which I knew it was Disney or Lucasfilms, or I didn't know it was the same people that did Rogue One, all the writers and producers and all that. And then it's directed by the guy, I don't remember his name, but the guy that did The Bourne Legacy, which is my favorite Bourne movie. I love that movie. I know it's highly underrated. I think just because a lot of people didn't see it because it didn't have Matt Damon in it. But I'm not the hugest Matt Damon fan anyway, and I actually like Jeremy Renner. I think he's a better
that was
actor.
one of the best ones.
That's my favorite one. And so you've got the team that put together Rogue One, which is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's one of the only new Star Wars movies really that's good, like legitimately good. And I think it's great. And then you've got the guy that directed Bourne Legacy. So the trailer looked amazing. Trailer looked awesome. It's out there on YouTube if everybody wants to see it. They dropped several trailers from the stuff that they were dropping off on D23. So the trailer's out there. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I watched those trailers that you put in the group chat.
God, just every 30 seconds, I'm like, Matt, I own YouTube. Calm down.
Yeah. I was dropping all
I
those
like that one about Nick Fury and stuff. That looks like it might be pretty good.
Yes, Secret Invasion or Secret War. Yeah. No, Secret Invasion. That's what it was. Yeah. Secret Invasion looked sweet. So, I mean, I don't know how closely they're going to follow the comic thing. It didn't look like they were, because in the comics you found out like all these characters that you knew were really secretly Skrulls that have been pretending to be all these other characters, and it was like some of the superheroes and stuff. You know what I mean? This looks less like it's going to be a whole bunch of different superheroes that are going to be, at least from the trailer. I don't know, but it looked like obviously the storyline's generally still the same, where a bunch of Skrulls have shown up and have just started worming their way into positions of power all over the world to try and take over the world, essentially. And then Nick Fury has to stop it. The trailer was fucking great. It looked really cool. I got some Captain America Winter Soldier vibes from it. Just that kind of like spy thriller kind of thing, which I'm completely down with because I love Captain America Winter Soldier. And so that trailer looked awesome. So I was digging on that. That was pretty fucking sweet.
So do you think it's going to be like the Skrulls are taking over people of power, like, senators, world leaders? Then I would just love it. Someone needs to make this meme. It's like the Skrulls and then Hydra. And it's that meme from what's her name? Elliot Page, like from Umbrella Academy, where they're driving past each other in the car.
Yes.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
It's like both of them trying to implant themselves for world power.
Yeah. Now it looked cool. I really hope by the end of it is revealed at least one person that we're familiar with has been a Skrull for a long time. Hopefully it'll be like one of the superheroes. That would be fucking cool. I would love that. So
yeah, because wasn't one of them impersonating Nick Fury for a while too? Because Nick Fury was off-world.
Yeah, but that was his friend. That was I forget the guy, the Skrull's name. Talos. There you go. Yeah, he's not a bad Skrull. He's one of the good ones. So these are presumably a bunch of bad Skrulls or whatever. I don't know, because it made it look like, I mean, in the trailer, Talos looks like he's on Nick Fury's side, because that's where Nick's been. Nick's been in space with not with Talos, but Talos has been covering for him on Earth. So, but yeah, it looked pretty sweet. I would love to find out, like, I don't know, fucking pick somebody, pick a superhero.
What was that other Marvel one I saw? It had Winter Soldier, had looked like Captain America, had
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that was this one here. Yeah, so Thunderbolts, they did the cast announcement of who's going to be in the Thunderbolts, which the Thunderbolts have been, there have been a few different iterations, but like usually they're like bad guys that are on behalf of like the government or something like that.
It's basically
doing good stuff.
Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. It's like they pull bad guys in to do these things, but yeah, they released the lineup here. So
that's Black Widow's sister, and
so you got Yelena. So you got Yelena, you got Winter Soldier, you got John Walker, Taskmaster's coming back. You got I'm blanking on his name, big Russian Captain America guy.
Red
Guardian.
Red Guardian, yeah.
You got this chick here from, I can't remember. Yeah, Ghost from Ant-Man.
I think they just call her Ghost.
The Ghost, yeah. And then of course you got Elaine from from Seinfeld over here. So that's your Thunderbolts. So basically,
this
isn't really a team of bad guys per se. I mean, arguably the only bad guy. Well, I mean, none of these are really bad guys. Like Taskmaster was, but then they removed that chip, and Taskmaster wasn't being controlled anymore, so not really a bad guy. Ghost was like dying, doing the thing she was doing, which is why she was doing what she was doing. She wasn't in the movie, ended up really being the bad guy. Red Guardian worked for the Russian government, but it wasn't really about. Yelena's not a bad guy. Winter Soldier's not a bad guy. John Walker's just a soldier. So these aren't really bad guys per se. Like in the comics, they were legitimate bad guys, and in some cases, they would bring bad guys in and have them pose as other heroes. You know what I mean? Like they had Dakin or Dakin. I don't know how you say his name. I always say Dakin because of the band, but
pretty sure it's
they
Dakin.
It's probably Dakin. They brought him in to be Wolverine because he's Wolverine's son. So he was
no one noticed that his claws are very different.
He's missing a fucking claw or something. But like they would do that. They would bring other heroes in to play, or sometimes they just bring bad guys in and then just completely change their costume and change their name so that nobody would know they used to be a bad guy and have them do whatever stuff they were going to have them do. So this isn't really like nobody here is really a bad guy.
Who's the chick on the far left?
That's what's her face, Elaine. What's her name? Lady Hydra, I think, is her name in the comics.
Oh,
but they're probably not going to
She's
call her
basically
that
the handler of all this, I think.
Now, is Peggy Carter's niece going to be in it?
No, I think she's doing her own
Carter.
thing. I think she's doing her own thing. I don't think she has anything to do with Thunderbolts. She's now just basically she's a bad guy now, right? Like that's certainly the gist I got from it at the end. But so yeah, she's not in it as in she's not part of the Thunderbolts. She may be in the show. So I don't know about that, but she's not part of the Thunderbolts. So, but well, I mean, we'll see.
It would make sense if maybe they go to her for stuff, but she's not part of the team because like Bucky would know her. Yeah,
Bucky would know her. Yeah, but they had that one. Oh, I got it real quick. Just while we're talking about fucking Marvel shit, the last episode of She-Hulk. Did anybody else watch it?
I did. Yes.
No.
Okay, that was legitimately a good episode. That was funny as fuck.
It was the best episode so far.
That chick Madison, it's Madison
with two N's,
with two N's and a Y, but not where you think it is. Like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yes,
that shit was funny. She's like, "Oh, Wongers." Like that shit was
and
funny.
Her and Wong are watching The Sopranos.
That was the first episode that I was actually thoroughly entertained throughout the entire episode because her and the whole her Madison and Wong story was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
yeah, Wong's into thoughts.
Yeah, and apparently I love how she kept fucking spoiling Sopranos for him.
No spoilers. What's your favorite drink? Gin and tonic.
Oh, that shit was good. I actually really liked that episode. That was the first episode that I could say, like, from beginning to end, I enjoyed. And it was because of those two characters. They did a good job there. Although I was a little thrown off by the dude. What was his fucking name? It wasn't Johnny Blaze. It was something else.
Donnie
Blaze. And I was like, are they trying to, like,
rip Ghost Rider? That's what I thought at first.
I was like, what? Like, it wasn't exactly the right name, but it was too damn close. I was like, that's a little weird. But they didn't really go anywhere with it other than he was a magician. So,
a shitty one at that.
Yeah, a really shitty one. But it was good. It was like legitimately a good episode. So, if anybody's interested, it was good. It was fun. But yeah, I liked it.
Look on that dude's face after waking up, and She-Hulk went back to, Jen Walters. And
he's like, all right, I'm out of here. Oh shit. The other one they did was, did y'all see the trailer for Werewolf by Night?
I saw that. Yeah.
It looks very cheesy and very campy,
which I'm down for. Because the Werewolf by Night comic book was like a 70s comic. I don't remember how long it lasted, but it came out in the 70s. That was the comic book that Moon Knight first showed up in. So his first appearance was in a Werewolf by Night comic. And it was just like a kind of a campy horror comic is what it was. And it was a lot of fun. I read a lot of them back when I was a kid. And
I think that's what's going to make it good, though, is being that way.
Yeah, being campy and stupid and shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm dropping shit. But like it was, the trailer looked really cool. I liked the whole, this Halloween and all that shit. And you had the guy that looked kind of like the Crypt Keeper, whatever that fucking like animatronic robot dude was or whatever. Like it looked like a lot of fun. It looked cool. The trailers look cool.
You go out and I'll just stay here in decay or something like that.
Yeah.
From what I understand,
I thought it looked fun, man. It looked like a fun like Halloween whatever. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to be a series. It just looked like a one-off movie or something that's going to be on Disney Plus. So
from what I understand with the werewolf guy, the main thing is the Darkhold is going to be a major part of it. At least it was in the comic.
Yeah, that would make sense because
and then that might make room for like Agatha Harkness.
Maybe, yeah, because we know she's getting her own series. So,
yep.
But yeah, it looked cool. It looked like it was going to be something fun, which I'm down for. Because not everything has to be world-ending, fucking Avengers, whatever. Make a fun Halloween werewolf episode of something, and I'm cool with that. I'm down with that.
Now, do you think Moon Knight makes an appearance in this?
I don't think so. It didn't look like it was gonna really. Honestly, I'd be surprised if anybody else we know makes an appearance in it. Like, it'd be cool if somebody did.
I feel like this really is going to be a standalone thing.
Yeah, it's what it feels like. Because Werewolf by Night really didn't. I mean, there was some crossovers, but it was such a weird one-off comic. You know what I mean? With its own sets of characters and shit. That, yeah, I don't expect really any other characters that we know to show up in this.
Well, wasn't there Morbius and Blade and like Spider-Man? They were kind of related to this guy too. Like as far as the comics tie-ins.
There might have been some crossovers there. I don't remember. I mean, I haven't read it since the 80s, so.
If they
the only reason I started reading it in the 80s because it had already come and gone by the time I started reading comics. But I started reading back issues because of Moon Knight, because that's where he premiered. And so that kind of got me interested in the comic. So, but I don't remember who all was in it, like what crossovers there were. There weren't a lot. It was mostly just its own little cast of good guys and bad guys and stuff like that. So, but no, I don't really expect it to have anybody in it, and I don't really care if it does or it doesn't. I just kind of want it to be fun. You know what I mean? So that as long as it's just fun and give me that old school cheesy, campy, spooky vibe or whatever, and that's what the trailer looked like, and I'll be happy as long as it's just kind of it's something like this. I don't need it to be, top tier, storytelling or anything. Just give me some campy bullshit. You know what I mean? Like that's all I need. That's what it looks like it's going to be, and I'm fine with that. I don't need it to be some great big fucking story or be written by the Russo brothers or some shit. I don't need it to really make any fucking sense. I just want a fun, stupid horror show. Like when you used to watch, I used to watch all the old fucking like Vincent Price movies and all that shit, all the creepy, campy horror movies and stuff. Just make it like that. Just make it stupid and fun. And I'm fine with that. Don't need any more than that. So
are we waiting for others to join to talk about Game of Thrones?
I don't know because I haven't heard from Dookie Doo all day. So I've been texting and he has not responded. So I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming he had to work today. But I know he's the one that gets like really, really into it. So, but I haven't heard from him. So,
going back to Star Wars, we did get the Mandalorian trailer.
We got Mandalorian season 3, and that trailer was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah. I loved watching it in HD versus phone from 3 months ago.
Like on a little fucking ant-sized television. Yeah, I couldn't even see what the fuck that was. I loved all the Mandalorian shit in it. Like it
looks like this season he's going to be getting hunted by other Mandalorians, right?
I don't know if it was him being hunted or because the whole thing was he's got the dark saber first of all, so that's going to be a whole storyline that has to be resolved because Bo-Katan wants it. So maybe they'll be hunting him based on that. But then there's also a part of it where like he wants to be a Mandalorian again, and that what's her face, that lady, I can't remember her name,
The
but
armor.
she told him, she's like, you got to pass the trials or something like that.
He must cleanse himself in the rivers of Mandalore, which is underground on Mandalore.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be some stuff there, and I'm assuming conflict there. Although, and then it did. I couldn't tell what kind of ships those were, but when it showed him being chased by like 5 or 6 ships, and I was looking to see but they didn't look like what I've seen traditional Mandalorian ships look like. From watching Clone Wars and all that shit. So I don't know, I don't know who the fuck was chasing him at that point, if that was supposed to be Mandalorians or what. So maybe they'll be the kind of antagonist of the show, because we know that Bo-Katan wants that sword more than anything else.
I'm thinking it's going to be more like a Mandalorian civil war, at least in part, because you saw a lot of like Death Watch or Night Owl Mandalorians.
Yeah.
They're probably all loyal to Bo-Katan. But then you saw all the mismatch ones. They might be new ones that heard, oh, someone has found the Darksaber.
Yeah.
He's a new Mandalore.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have Moff Gideon going after him, too.
Well, no, Moff Gideon is in Republic jail right now.
Yeah, they locked his ass up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Gus is doing right now.
Getting ready to play Professor X.
Making fried chicken.
That'd be my guess. I was talking about that on Facebook or something, and people were like, "No, that would ruin X-Men. Why would you do that?" I'm like, have you ever like watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? Like, that dude's awesome.
He'd be a good Professor X, or he'd be a good Magneto too.
I don't think he'd be a good Magneto, just because you really have to have somebody with Magneto that is either Jewish and went through the Holocaust, or somebody who has been through that level of like human depravity. You know what I mean? Because that's the basis for Magneto as a character. And I get that now you would probably want to update it just because World War II was so fucking long ago that it would be hard to justify bringing somebody in and being like, yeah, they survived World War II. It's like, what are they, 120? Like, Jesus Christ.
Even if he was a kid, he had to be at least like 10 or 12, because that's when your mutant powers develop.
Yeah, in which case he's like fucking 80-something years old now. So 90 or whatever the fuck it is. So, like, I get why they might want to update the character, but you still have to have something like the whole point of his character, the reason why Magneto is the way he is because he saw the worst in humanity and thought, well, I've got to, I can do better. Mutants are better. We're above them. We should be ruling them because they obviously can't fucking take care of themselves. Look what they do to each other. Look what they did to Jews back in World War II. Look what they want to do to mutants today. And there, it was all that shit in there. Like, he wasn't really a bad guy. Magneto was never really a bad guy. And
to keep him like 100 and something, they could just say the Nazis like experimented on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they'd have to do that pretty widespread across the whole industry, not just with the movies, because that's never been in his basis that like anything was done to them, or he has like DH or like doesn't age as fast.
They just don't address it in the comic books. They do with some characters. It is kind of generally put out there in the comics that mutants usually tend to age slower. Now, to what degree it varies from mutant to mutant, but usually just because you have the X gene and you are evolved, you tend to age slower and have a longer life. Now,
and Wolverine has the healing factor. So that made him 200 and some years old, and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can't remember exactly how old he was. He was a kid during the Civil War. So, yeah, he's like pushing 200 at this point. But yeah, I mean, maybe they decide to go on to that. I don't know. Or maybe they just update the character of Magneto to try and find some other heinous fucking thing that has happened in
they could
history.
make him Russian and put him like he was a kid during the Gulag, like maybe in like the 70s or
maybe,
something.
Yeah,
that could work.
Yeah.
Have you ever said how old Deadpool is?
How old he is? I mean, he is the age he appears to be, just because he hasn't been around that long. He didn't get his mutant abilities till later in life, so
he was given his abilities. He wasn't really born with them. Well, he had it, but it got activated so much later.
Well, wasn't he like special forces in Vietnam?
In his original iteration.
Yeah,
but I mean that's so vague.
He first showed up in like 1990, and so him being in Vietnam wasn't that big of a stretch.
Yeah, it's the same
he
thing
was never supposed to be, really, really old or anything.
It's like Frank Castle originally was a Vietnam veteran, but they've kind of changed it where he was a War on Terror veteran.
Yeah,
because I know in First Strike, in that one Deadpool, he ends up seeing the younger X-Men inside the mansion when he goes to ask for
for Colossus's help.
Yeah,
that's just a whole cluster. They don't care.
That's just a joke.
But Deadpool 2 took care of that at the end scene, so we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, that's true. So, but yeah, Deadpool, as far as him in the movies, is completely different. That doesn't have any bearing on anything. So, I don't know what they'll end up doing with Magneto. As far as Professor X goes, like, if you've ever read the comics, I mean, Professor X was, they kind of softened him up, in my opinion, quite a bit with Patrick Stewart's version of it. In the comics, he was very much a good guy, but he did shit from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, to further his goals.
He made the hard choices.
Yeah, he wasn't always just the nice guy. In fact, he was never really just the nice guy. He had a clear vision for humanity and mutants, and there were certain things he'd be willing to do. So he'd betrayed people in the past and done stuff. So he's not just the, stand-up, nice Patrick Stewart version of the character. So having somebody like Giancarlo Esposito play him, because there's nothing that says he's got to be white or anything like that, right? Like, I don't really give a shit. I just want a good actor playing the part.
You just got to explain that his family has money. That's it.
Yes.
So are you saying a paraplegic is not a stand-up guy?
The paraplegic is not a stand-up guy. Nope, he's not.
And we've been canceled. Oddly, that's what got us canceled.
Yeah. But I like Giancarlo Esposito. I think I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. He was in stuff years ago. I mean, he was in stuff in the 90s, but he basically has made his name basically playing bad guys. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with having a Professor X that's a little kind of like, well, he might not be the nicest dude in the world. He might be kind of a dick.
Yeah, he can play.
Professor X was kind of a dick. Yeah. Like, he's ultimately still the good guy. He wants the best for mutant kind and humanity. He wants mutants and humans to live together peacefully and all that kind of stuff. But he'll do some dickish things from time to time. I mean, at one point, like, even in the comics, like, he kind of, he had which is weird in and of itself, but he had a thing for Jean Grey. Even though, like, the first time he met her, she was fucking 14 years old. That's creepy in and of itself. And then, like, he kind of used her admiration of him kind of self-servingly. You know what I mean? Like, he liked that she looked up to him because he kind of had a thing for her, although he knew he could never, like, do anything about it, because she was too young. And so, like, there's some weird aspects to Professor X from the comics that
Why is everybody just attracted to Jean Grey?
Yeah, including Wolverine, and he's like 200 years old. So
yeah, he didn't know that. Wolverine thinks he's like 30.
So give me a. I wouldn't mind getting that version of the character who's not always just like the stand up guy. You know what I mean? Like he's willing to do some shit. He's not a perfect person. He can be shady.
Well, then what would differentiate between him and Magneto?
Well, because Magneto doesn't want humans and mutants to live in in peace. He wants mutants to rule over the humans. Like he straight up just was like, fuck humans. Like,
yeah, Magneto, both of them think that the mutants are better than humans. It's just that Magneto says we're better, so we should rule them. Professor X says we're better than them, so we should lead by example.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of like, you we humans, you foolish things.
Yeah. He does look down on humanity. So.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of that in the Patrick Stewart version.
Yeah, that really comes out in the what is that whole run where he's like in the black suit and constantly wears Cerebro and he can walk again? Is that House of M or House of X?
I'm trying to remember.
It's a newer run.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I can't remember what run it is. I don't think I ever read that one. I got as far. I got through. Yeah, is it House of X?
I think it's House of X.
I think it might be House of X
because they started like a whole nation. It was
it's
like
where Krakoa. Krakoa is this living island, and basically they made a deal with the island that's because the first time you see Krakoa in the comics is a Giant Size X-Men number 100, and he's like fucking a bad guy. They're trying to stop him, but they make a deal with him, and he becomes basically the home for all mutants, and that's Krakoa is now the mutant nation, and there's all kinds of stuff, and like Apocalypse ends up being a pseudo good guy, not really, but kind of. He's living on Krakoa and helping further Professor X's.
Is this the island with all the dinosaurs?
No, that's Savage Land. The Savage Land. I don't remember where Savage Land is. I can't remember where Savage Land is.
Savage Land is in Antarctica.
Is that where Savage Land is? Okay.
Yeah, it's like under Antarctica or something.
Yeah, Savage Land
is a lot
of
undiscovered lands in Marvel comics.
Yeah. There was the Genosha, which was the first. That was the place Magneto went and fucking created an entire nation of mutants and stuff. And then that got destroyed, I think by Sentinels, if I remember right. But no, yeah, Krakoa, and I haven't really read through that storyline, so I've watched some YouTube videos on it. So, I have a general understanding of the storyline, but I know that they've now gotten to the point where mutants can't die because they can just be reborn again through whatever that portal. There's something about portals. They can go through portals and travel anywhere they want, and it also like records everything about a person. So if they die, they can just like walk through Reborn, one of the portals or something like that. If you're a mutant, and there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. This is a fairly like within the last couple years that House of X storyline started up, and I really haven't paid much attention to it outside of watching a few YouTube videos about it. So I don't know all the details in it, but I don't know if they'd go that route. I don't know. It depends on what they're going to do with the story. Because if they're going to go the route like we've talked about before, where they're going to say Kang went back in time and erased the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and so when we get the X-Men and Fantastic Four back after Kang is defeated, we just jump right into a more modern storytelling because we don't have to do an origin story, for X-Men or Fantastic Four or any of them. In which case, could you jump right into like, oh, the X-Men have been here the whole fucking time. We just didn't remember them because they were erased from time. And now everybody does remember the X-Men. And you can just kind of go forward from that point. Like, I mean, you could definitely do that. I don't know if they'll go House of X, though. Because that's just, honestly, and I've read so many fucking X-Men comics in my life. And even me, like, watching the videos and trying to get a feel for what that House of X storyline was, I was just kind of like, man, this is kind of fucking weird, man. Just everybody's coming back to life through fucking portals and shit, and like it was just weird. And I would think that would be a big leap to just jump straight to that in the movies.
So Matt, who do you recommend to listen to on YouTube about Marvel comics or any comic really?
I like Comics Explained. Although, has he changed his name? Comics Explained. I feel like no, it wasn't him. It was fuck. Just going. Anyway, I like Rob at Comics Explained. So
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, that's probably the one I watch the most when I want to watch like runs of like he'll go do like sometimes he'll do like a fucking 3-hour video of an entire storyline that in the comics span was like a year's worth of comics or some shit. So he does cool. I like him. He's probably my favorite comic channel on YouTube. But he's huge. He's got millions of subscribers. He's probably one of the biggest ones. He might be the biggest comic channel on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, I like him. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with X-Men or not. Huh?
Comic Historian's also pretty good.
Comic Historian. That's the one that changed their name because they used to be Comics Historian, and he shortened it.
Yeah,
to
it was Benny.
Yeah, because I used to watch it when he was still Comics Historian, like years ago. I started watching him back in like 2013. And then they changed the name, shortened it, and then anyway, then I found Comics Explained. I found Rob, and I was like, well, I like this channel better. So I mostly watch his shit if I want to get like caught up on a storyline or something. So I'll watch his channel. But yeah. Anyway, little X-Men talk there for you because why not? Did you see the trailer for Tales of the Jedi?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very Clone Wars-ish, I think. I mean, basically it's Clone Wars, but it's like little individual stories. Like one was of Count Dooku when he's young. One was about Ahsoka being trained by Anakin. One was Dooku when he's older, and it looked like him and Mace Windu are on some mission. And then I did see one, I swear to God, it was quick, but it looked like young Yoda.
I think that's Yaddle.
Is that Yaddle? Okay,
it's Yaddle dueling Dooku.
Okay, is that what it was?
Or it might be Yoda, but just because Dooku's not that old, like he was only like 70 when he died, so Yoda still would have been like 750.
Yeah.
So like he didn't lose his hair in like 50 years and like suddenly turned to dirt.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I just saw a young Yoda creature like fucking fighting, and I was like, wait, is that supposed to be young Yoda? I don't know.
It might be Yoda though, because Dooku was Yoda's last Padawan. So that might be because though again everybody in Star Wars ages like dirt ages like sour milk apparently, because the last thing that broke Dooku leaving the Order was Qui-Gon dying.
I would love to get more stories on that shit. I would love a Qui-Gon episode. I'd love to see some Qui-Gon shit.
He's in it.
I know, but I'd like specifically about
like just a whole Qui-Gon story.
A whole Qui-Gon story. Because Qui-Gon honestly was okay, Obi-Wan was cool, Darth Maul was cool, but Qui-Gon was really like the standout character from Phantom Menace. I didn't. Nobody gives a shit about anybody else in that. Let's be honest here. Fucking Phantom Menace widely sucked.
Look, Taika Waititi forgot that Natalie Portman was in that movie.
Oh, really? Wow.
Did you never hear that thing?
I know.
Okay, when they were, because he's directing a Star Wars movie, but still in the early stages. Well, he might have been joking, but he was talking to Natalie Portman on tour for Thor: Love and Thunder, and said like, "Oh, would you want to be in a Star Wars movie?" And she's like, "I've been in several."
Wow,
quite a major character.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I'm his mom, so fuck off. Yeah. Wow. I'd love to see. Man, I would love to see a fucking Qui-Gon Jinn series. Like if it was done well, like maybe just some shit that led up to Clone Wars or something.
Would this be a live action or would it be animation?
Yeah, I'd love to see live action, man.
It was recast with Liam Neeson.
Fucking Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, man.
So CGI it or what?
Nah, fuck no. Just throw him in there. I don't give a shit. Put some makeup on him. I just want to see Liam Neeson. I basically want to see a Jedi story. You know what I want to see? This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see a Jedi version of Taken starring Qui-Gon Jinn. And he's got to fucking find a kidnapped youngling or some shit.
Kidnap Grogu.
And that's a
Force ghost.
Yeah, and that's the mission he was on right before Clone Wars started. Was
unfortunately, Matt, we've gotten that. It's called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I want to see it with Qui-Gon. I want to see it done Taken style. You know, somebody hits him up on the communicator. I don't know who you are. You know, that whole fucking shit. I'm a very dangerous man. You know? Yeah, that's what I want to see. And then him just go on a fucking rampage. And then he's got to calm down, right? Like, so the Jedi Council is like, okay, you kind of lost your shit on that one. We have this, you know, diplomatic mission to send you on. And it's him going to talk to the Trade Federation. That's how it ends. To kind of calm him down. They're like, you need to take a break. We're going to send you on this diplomatic mission. There you go. I like this. That's what I'm going with. I want Taken, the Jedi Tales. That's what I want to see. Make that happen, people. Make it fucking happen. I don't know how, but do it.
It's probably going to be better than Obi-Wan.
I mean, it might be. Although Obi-Wan, I think Obi-Wan, if edited, would make a fucking fantastic 2-hour movie. I think there's 2 hours worth of good material in Obi-Wan. I think there's another 4 hours of shit you could cut out, and it would make a really good 2 hour. Actually, it's not quite. It's 6 episodes, but each episode was like 45 minutes. So there's a solid like 3 hours you could cut out of that and make a good 2 hour movie. That would be, you know, fast paced, moving well, bang, 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 tell the story. I think it would work. So I think you could get a good 2 hour movie out of those 6 episodes if you wanted to, because there was just a lot that didn't need to be in there. There's just a lot of stuff that was just, oh, let's do all this shit for the purpose of making 6 episodes. And I mean, you know, you could have done a 2 hour fucking movie, honestly. So, because there is 2 hours worth of good content there. So, but whatever. It's done. What's done is done and cannot be undone. The fuck is that from? What's done is done and cannot be undone. That's from something. I don't remember what. Anyway, they did do what was it? Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Did y'all see that? That was what the shit?
Sorry.
Holy shit, snacks. I'm trying to find where it was. They didn't drop anything, you know, like trailers or anything, but they did this whole thing. Skeleton Crew says Skeleton Crew will send around a group of children lost in space, younglings. So I'm some Jedi younglings. Be set in the New Republic time frame. Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Jude Law plays the Jedi, I guess, that's in charge of this ship that's full of a bunch of younglings, and he's the one that's in charge. So, but apparently they announced that this weekend, and Jude Law came out on stage and whatever, and so I don't know. You know, I don't know if it's going to be because it stars a bunch of kids. I don't know if this is supposed to be a kid show. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that's going to work out. We don't have any trailers or anything. So
probably just because everything else is very older themed. The only other thing, maybe Bad Batch, but even then,
yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I like Jude Law. I think he's a good actor. I wouldn't mind seeing him as a Jedi. So that'd be cool. But so they did announce that, but they just, you know, there wasn't much to it when they put that shit out there. So whatever. Let's see. What else happened?
Have they announced when Ant-Man 3 is coming or if we're getting it?
Quantumania is coming out
January or February, right?
Yeah, it's like early next year.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the first, so we're getting fucking Black Panther 2 in November, and the next movie we get is going to be Ant-Man.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that one because, you know, they left it off to where he was actually in the quantum realm when Thanos snapped everyone, you know, half of everyone out.
Well, I think it's been confirmed that Kang is going to be the main bad guy.
They already dropped a trailer that everybody at Comic-Con saw. So the trailer's already out there, and everybody at Comic-Con saw the fucking trailer. And yeah, Kang's in it, and it gets the whole thing where it shows Scott telling Kang, "I'm an Avenger," and Kang says,
"Oh yeah,
you're an Avenger. Have I killed you yet?"
I remember. Yeah,
which is the whole like, oh, he's going through time and killing heroes kind of thing. So, which is where the Fantastic Four and X-Men might come into play. So
did they already announce the Fantastic Four cast? I know we were talking about that.
No, they were supposed to. Well, rumors were they were supposed to, and they didn't. I fucking had that thing on my computer all day. Well, because today was the Marvel stuff. So if they haven't announced it today, they're saying tomorrow's not gonna. There's no Marvel stuff dropping tomorrow. So,
because I'm interested who they're gonna pick as the cast. I hope they do a good cast for that.
I do too. I don't know. There are rumors. Well, it's been confirmed that Henry Cavill's been in talks with Marvel.
Really?
That's been confirmed. Like he's been taking meetings with people at Marvel. Rumors are he might play Doctor Doom.
That would be cool.
Which I'm like, all right, cool. Who knows if that's true or what he, what it is that he would actually be wanting to play. Well, hello, Sleepy Duke.
Oh, yo, what's happening, baby?
What's up, Dookie Duke?
Sleepy Dookie Duke.
No, worky Duke. I appreciated all the trailers in the group chat because I watched every single one and super appreciate that because those were awesome. So I'm sure you talked about those.
We've talked about all the trailers so far. We were waiting for you and waiting.
Have you talked about the greatest show?
We have not. We were specifically waiting for you on that.
Okay, so I don't. Where are they all at now? Where are all the people that wanted to defend Lord of the Rings last week? Because I'd love to hear from you.
I like Lord of the Rings.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
I haven't watched the new episode, by the way.
You haven't because you know why? Because it doesn't matter. Because Game of Thrones.
But I'll tell you, the minute House of Dragon dropped last week, I was on that motherfucker.
Yeah, the minute it dropped, you were all about it. That's all I gotta say. I mean, it's the end all.
It'll be the same thing tomorrow when the new episode drops. The fucking minute when my fucking clock hits 8:00, I'm on HBO Max.
Yeah,
fucking play, motherfucker.
Play now.
Are we going to talk about House of Dragons now?
So he shows up at the hill at the very end. And I'm thinking he's going to parlay with this dude. Maybe call him out for a one-on-one battle. Nope. Yes. Old boy runs across the battlefield, gets shot with arrows 3 times, takes cover, and then his homies show up and start fighting the battle. And then he goes into the Crab King's lair. And I'm thinking, okay, now it's going to be some, maybe he's hurt. Maybe he won't get him. No, he comes out covered in his blood, carrying half of the Crab Man. I mean, that's like the equivalent of the Spears run from Band of Brothers. Yes. Remember Lieutenant Spears jumping over the wall, and then this was so awesome,
dude. I was watching that because I watched it again, and I saw a meme about this, and I was like, "Is that true?" So I went back and I rewatched the episode because why not? It was a good episode anyway. But do you know, like, he does not say a single word that entire episode.
And he carries the whole thing, Matthew.
You seen all those memes going around? They're like, what's his name? Matt Smith is in the hospital for severe
back pain,
back injuries for carrying the whole episode 3.
Have you seen the meme where they're saying, why do they use crows for messengers now? And it's because Matt Smith beat the crap out of that one messenger.
Yeah.
It was so
now,
good.
I know I talked about it last week, how I wasn't really impressed with episode 2. But, dude, fucking episode 3 was by far the best fucking episode yet. It was awesome. Yeah. I mean, I was hooked from beginning to end.
That is the best episode so far.
The guy that flew in on the dragon when Damon was, going through the battlefield, just fucking people up and was that one of the Valerian guys?
Yeah, they said who it was.
I don't remember it saying. Yeah,
So I looked it up. Who they said they've released who it was. It's some dude, and I thought it was somebody riding his dragon, but that's not what it was. It was another dude with another dragon. Showed up cooking
like
people.
What's his name? Corlys Valerian or something like that.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Are you talking about the sea snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with the Crab King, was he just burned or was that grayscale?
That's grayscale, and guess
Grayscale.
what? Guess what mask he's wearing? Yeah, I thought that mask looked and I was like, why is he wearing that? And he looked considerably worse than he did when we first met him.
Yes,
because when we first met him, he didn't have all that grayscale all over him. That was awesome.
I didn't hear what Matt said about this mask.
It's a harpy mask.
What?
Oh, harpy. Okay, I thought that.
Yeah, the harpy mask. Yeah, it was a harpy mask.
So this is still the episode with the hunting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought. Do you know that this was a callback to whatever Martin J.R.R. Martin? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, whatever. It's a throwback because the worst scene that he dislikes the most in Game of Thrones is the hunting scene, because it was supposed to be a caravan of the king going hunting in Game of Thrones with Robert Baratheon. Yeah. And they were so broke in the beginning, they couldn't do like a really big scale hunt. So this was like a throwback when it showed the royal hunt and how big and elaborate it was. This was kind of a homage to fixing what we should have seen there to him. I thought that was neat.
Mm-hmm.
And, I love seeing Rhaenyra going ape shit on the
hog
pig.
That was fucking awesome. And then she walks back into camp dragging that motherfucker like her shit don't stink. And dude,
that was a good comparison, awesome. Though. Look at the two brothers. Like, one brother doesn't even know where to stab a deer, and the deer has to be held down, versus another brother who single-handedly won a battle. Like,
and then his daughter just killing the pig like crazy.
Yeah, and at least like this, I've lost more respect for the king. Like each episode that goes on. At the first, I was kind of sympathetic to his cause, and now it's like, oh, I don't care. When are we doing the time jump, Matt?
Next
episode 6.
Yeah. Well, as far as the big one, I don't know. I do we know? Is it 10 episodes?
I thought it was.
I haven't seen how many episodes it's supposed to be.
It's 10. It's got to be 10. It's got to be.
From
10.
what I hear, it's episode 6. It's going to be the character changes.
Okay, so halfway through.
6.
Yeah,
that's a shame because that girl can carry it herself.
Rhaenyra.
And it's a shame because what's going to happen is this is going to go on for, let's say, like 5-6 years, maybe, at least.
Yep.
So she could have grown with the show.
Yeah, I like the chick that's playing Rhaenyra.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't even seen who's going to be playing the older version of her.
I have, and I doubt they got a bad actress.
But, yeah.
No, but it doesn't really
she was
look
in the
like
trailer,
her.
But I can't remember who it was.
I just looked it up.
I know.
It's no one. I don't know her. I don't know.
Now the chick that's supposed to replace Allison Hightower, she's the one that played in what was that fucking comedy show, Ready Player One. She was a chick in there with like the big birthmark on her face. She plays she takes over Allison Hightower's position.
Well,
really?
Cool.
Yeah.
They look the same fucking age. How is that a time jump?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't need to do that big of a stretch.
Well, that chick is in her mid-20s. This one's like in her teens.
Yeah, but do HBO production, we don't even get it every year on the same date. So what I was thinking is that it go 3-4 seasons, which means 4 or 5 years. These girls are going to be in their 20s, mid-20s, late, start of their 20s. I just think that maybe I would have liked to have seen the same characters now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But old boy's going to lose an eye. I know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, because that was in the very first trailer that came out a couple months ago before the show started. It showed him clearly with an eye patch on. So I was like, well, because people were like, "Oh, he's gonna die." I'm like, he's not fucking dying.
No.
That dude ain't going nowhere.
I'm surprised they got him. They got him for an extended period of time because he's got to be pretty popular, right?
I mean, I don't know because he was, so. That's the thing about people who've played Doctor Who, though, right?
Yeah, he probably was done.
They rarely go on to do really anything else. Like only a few have.
Well, now he's set now. He's set now. Yeah.
Fucking Doctor Who and Game of Thrones?
Shit. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, how's it going to work? How's it going to work out with Damon killing the Crab King that, he had at Grayscale, but he was covered in his fucking blood and then dragging him off? I thought if you touched someone with Grayscale.
I was thinking the same thing, but clearly nothing because we've seen him in trailers from, years in the future and he's fine.
It's kind of like Walking Dead. They'll pick and choose when they want things to happen.
Right.
And how many times were the characters covered in blood and scratches and nothing happened?
Look at Daenerys. She was burned. She wasn't burnt in the fire. So maybe Valyrian blood has some protection against that kind of stuff.
Maybe.
All right, let's see. We got a chat out there.
I do like the guy that plays Daemon. I do like him better in Game of Thrones than I did in Morbius.
He was the only good part about Morbius.
Oh, yeah, but...
Which isn't saying much, but still.
I still haven't seen that one.
Hey, it's on Netflix, which means it's Morbin time.
Jolly, how are you holding up?
What do you mean?
Well, your queen died.
I was devastated.
I haven't talked to you since. I want to make sure you're okay.
Look, here's the thing. I'm just shocked because she went downhill real fast in one day. I'm wondering what happened. We heard nothing, and then just the queen's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I heard rumblings that morning, because in the morning, that early morning, I caught a couple of things that were saying, "Hey, something's not right," because everyone is heading that way, and she canceled some things, which isn't that crazy, but they said everyone is heading that way.
Yes, the family had been gathering there.
Why
and, doctors were getting brought in?
Yeah, and so they were like, "Hey, I think this is bad." I think this is bad, and so I heard things, and then when I saw it, I wasn't surprised. So out of that,
have you seen that meme about? It's a picture of Betty White and the Queen. It says United States 99, England 96.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I like all the memes. And it's Princess Diana just waiting at the gates of heaven for the queen.
Yeah. I'm looking this chick up here who's going to play Rhaenyra, and I don't know who the fuck she is.
No, I got nothing, and that's fine. I mean, I didn't know half the people. 9 out of 10 people in Game of Thrones I'd never seen before. So
except for Sean Bean, everybody.
That's what I'm saying. But
Baratheon, the other one was Robert. Everybody knew that guy.
Oh, he was such a good Robert Baratheon.
That's your brother.
Oh yeah, that is definitely my brother.
He played you in a movie one time. Remember Viva Rock Vegas?
Oh, that's right, Fred Flint. That is true. That's funny. I do resemble. I hate you. But it's true.
The chick that plays.
I would rather have seen. I like this story, but I would love to see a Robert's Rebellion spinoff with Ned and Robert in their prime. Robert killing people with his hammer. That was he was known for. That's what I want to see. I would like them see killing the Mad King and all of his people and taking the throne. That would be a good like 2 season.
Well, there's going to be 4 or 5 spinoffs that are confirmed.
Well, this is just the This is the catalyst that shows that people love the genre and want more. So Game of Thrones is not this is going to continue on for quite some time now because this is killing Ring of Power. This is killing everything. I don't even know who's watching The Walking Dead because I'm not.
No shit, right? This show is still going to be on when Walking Dead starts, right or no?
Oh, yes, right. Yes.
When does Walking Dead start?
October, and we're only on episode 3. We got 7 more weeks. I'm telling you, it's going to be on. Who smoked that crack and decided that? It's going to be like the finale.
Jesus. I have a question about, how the king just had another son with the Alicent Hightower. The son that they had, that's Aegon Targaryen. Is that the same Aegon Targaryen that is referred to by Aemon Targaryen, who was the Grand Maester of?
Yes.
So that was, how
Yeah,
he
that's
gets
who
9
John
on
is
his-
named after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I was
not
wondering if
his
that's how they
brother.
were- Yeah, that
Like
was his brother.
Aemon and Aegon they're not the same. Like Aegon was one of the brothers of Aemon, but this is not the same Aegon.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is a
it's
different.
not-
There's a different Aegon.
Okay, see, I wasn't sure because with the time jump and with things coming.
Now, I don't
just
think
didn't know
Aemon was 190 years old.
Can you go to your general chat in Discord? You need to show a meme to the people, please. I would like to.
Oh, okay.
I would like to present this as Exhibit 1, and I will rest my case with this meme that's 100% accurate for all the Slim Shady haters on the Dukeology of thought. So
The
Dukeology of thought.
Dukeology.
So please take a look, all of you Lord of the Ring of Power jabronis.
And I will say that there's been several times in the show so far where I thought Rhaenyra was actually Daenerys because she looks a lot like her from like the side. And
There you go. Exhibit A.
Let's see.
The battle's
1.8
over.
million households watched the premiere of Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power during the first 4 days. 4.8 million U.S. households watched House of the Dragon first 4 days. The battle is over. We have won. Yes.
Look, it's two different shows. It's apples and orange comparison.
They're all fruit, baby. Just saying.
Yep.
I will say House of the Dragon is better.
Ah, there you go.
By fucking far it is.
Yesterday, me and my wife sat down. We were going to watch the new episode of fucking Turds of Power or whatever, and we put it on and we started watching. And so, like, my wife's been binge watching Breaking Bad for like a second time. So she was watching that, and I said, "Well, let's watch Lord of the Rings and see if it's any good." The new episode. And the first thing she said was, "Why? It's going to suck." I was like, "I know, but let's just try it anyway." And I think we got like 4 minutes into it, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch this right now. And she goes, "Okay, good." I said, "Just put Breaking Bad back on again." So we just started watching Breaking Bad.
That is where you're at.
I have got to raise an issue with
watching.
that.
Oh my god! See, that's where that's where it's at. Then you don't even care. You'll watch a Breaking Bad episode from 10 years ago before you watch this Ring of Power.
And I was enjoying Breaking Bad more, and I've already seen it.
Yeah,
Matt, you watched 4 minutes. That doesn't matter. That you can't compare.
It should grip you. It should grip you.
I've watched 2 whole episodes.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
I thought you were saying
and they sucked.
only watched 4
And
minutes.
I went to go watch the 3rd episode and got 4 minutes in and was like, I just don't want to watch this right now. Let's watch Breaking Bad.
Okay.
So
I don't care.
Because you did that
two very different things.
A good segue.
Uh-huh.
My favorite show that you all hate and won't watch, Arcane,
Downton
won the
Abbey?
Emmy for Best Animated Feature.
Arcane. Oh yeah, this is the Netflix show, right?
Yes, which you said you watched 10 minutes of.
I did.
It was a good show.
Thank you.
I just didn't get into it in the first 10 minutes.
You got to watch at least the first episode because it builds a lot of interest.
I'm not saying it's not good. I just, like, for whatever reason, at that moment, I watched 10 minutes of it, didn't get into it, and was like, well, maybe I'm just not in the mood for this right now. And then I just never went back and rewatched it.
Wait till House of the Dragon's over, and then go back and watch it.
Yep.
Because I don't want you getting distracted by House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon will distract me from anything. That fucking show's great.
Hell yeah.
The only other show on TV right now, and it's not on TV right now because it's between seasons, that I think is as good as House of the Dragon is For All Mankind. That's it. And that's not on right now, so I don't have to worry about those two cross-contaminating.
See, I think once House of the Dragon is off and you go back and watch The Ring of Powers, you're going to be like when you were watching The Hobbit and you get a second opinion on it.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Who knows?
Have y'all seen the new episode of Tales of the Walking Dead?
No.
Now that was boring.
No.
I still haven't watched it.
I'll watch them all when it's done. That's it.
It wasn't
That
bad,
was
but
the
it
worst
wasn't-
show. Like,
It wasn't.
I think the one with oh god, the last one.
Alpha.
Yeah, the one with Alpha was even better than this one.
Nah.
So
There's
this
no
one
way.
was really bad.
Alpha one was
That's
fucking-
impossible.
Oh
Yeah, that was
shit!
The fuck was that?
I know exactly what just happened.
Did his wife just scare him?
Yes, his wife just scared him.
Did you have a hand in this, Matt, or is this completely
No.
organic?
But I know exactly what fucking happened.
Why did
I'm so glad that happened.
Oh my
while we were
gosh,
on our
dude.
show.
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
right
start
back.
making
I
a
gotta-
playlist of when all these things.
Oh my
happen.
gosh, I'll be right back.
He just shit himself, by the way.
Duke sharded.
In case you're wondering, he just pooped his. That's why he had to
he
leave.
duped himself?
He fucking got to go change his pantalones. He just pooped all down his legs. That's what just happened. You just heard a grown ass man shit himself.
Yeah.
I did. They were so excited, and they got me good. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
I'm waiting for Walking Dead to bring back episode 2 and do more on that with the whole fucking Groundhog Day, because that was probably the best episode so far.
Yeah,
That
why
was
the
the best
fuck? The first
episode.
2 episodes of that show were so good, and then nothing. The typical Walking Dead, I guess.
Right.
You get some good ones that get your hopes up, and then it just goes to shit.
I think Walking
So-
Dead fans are just have like battered wife syndrome.
I think so. No, it's because we've been watching so long that it's just like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna finish it.
Right.
Guess I'm gonna fucking finish it. So we just do. Just fucking want to see how this all plays out. We got a super chat here. Thank you, Shot Red, first super chat of the day. Says Arcane is good, Rings is trash. Why watch that? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Is I'm just like, I feel like as bored as I am watching it, as uninterested as I am watching it, I may just wait till it's all over because maybe I'll get something more out of it if I binge watch it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I could see that. Also, if you're not having to compare it to House of the Dragon every week.
Yes, which I definitely am because it's hard not to. So,
What do you think about next week or tomorrow's episode of House of the Dragon?
I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it already is. We just don't know it yet.
It lies in wait.
That's how much faith I have in this show.
No,
gonna
I
be
just mean about the
fantastic.
trailer they showed.
Oh, I haven't even watched. I don't watch the trailers. I just fucking wait for the next episode to come out.
Oh, okay.
I think on Monday we're going to be raving about how good that show was. That's what I think. But yeah, Rings of Poo Poo is.
I still haven't seen it and don't care to see it, honestly.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
mean,
like-
it's not something I can recommend. Honestly,
yeah.
it's just not.
There hasn't been a whole lot that happened in the show to capture your attention.
Yeah, and even like I watched the first few minutes of it, and the one elf, I don't remember any of their fucking names, so I don't care. But the one elf who was like in love with the human, like I don't know, all of a sudden at the beginning of this episode, he's in a fucking like slave work camp, and I'm like, when the fuck did that happen? Like I don't even remember that happening, and he's just like, oh, I'm here, whatever, and I'm like. And I looked at my wife. I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I don't know. We just started the episode. I don't know any more than you." I was like, "So this is how the episode starts out? Like, how the fuck did he get there?" I don't remember him getting captured or anything like that. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then a couple minutes later, I'm like, "You know what? I don't want to watch this right now." So we turned it off and enjoyed a very good episode of Breaking Bad season 2.
Yes, go back to it.
Breaking Bad was a damn good show.
Breaking Bad is a fan-fucking-tastic show.
Did you ever see the movie El Camino, though? About
I
it?
did. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was all right. But
It's kinda like
it's finished up, and that's a fucking phenomenal show that's now all done and complete. So if anybody wants to binge watch that, they can.
It's kind of like the movie they made for what's that HBO cowboy show? Deadwood.
Oh, Deadwood. I've
Yeah,
never watched it, so
like,
but I know what you're talking
okay.
about.
Deadwood was a
Deadwood
good show.
Deadwood was
The
good.
movie was pretty good too.
Yeah, but it wasn't great. It was kind of
No.
okay. And I was like, it's cool. We got to return to all the characters, but it had no big closing or big like tying in. It was
Yeah,
just
the show was definitely better than the movie.
the show was great. So,
Yeah.
Matt, I would suggest the show someday. It's really good.
I've heard nothing but good things about the show. So
Yeah, and it ages well and fun and like enjoyable. So
yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorite westerns.
yeah,
Yes. Did you see Let on Still's comment right underneath the super chat?
Speaking of Walking Dead, did y'all see the story I dropped in Discord General? Chick near my hometown went all Negan on a guy. No, I did not. That's wrong. Oh no. So bad. Should never happen. I'm sure he was a perfectly nice guy. Is that just wrong? I just assume he was an asshole and probably deserves it.
I mean, if somebody, do you remember the guys a couple of years ago who were watching The Walking Dead and got high on like crystal meth, and the guy killed his friend with a TV, thinking he was a zombie?
Oh Jesus, no, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear about that.
It was a couple of years ago. I think it was just a meth-filled rage, and they just happened to have Walking Dead playing. But like the guy said, yeah, we were watching Walking Dead doing meth, and I had to kill him because he was a zombie.
Jesus.
Damn.
Well, you know,
Look,
I mean,
you
why
got to
not?
do what you got to do.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. I mean, I don't give a shit. Do drugs if you want. I don't give a fuck. That's your
Just
life.
don't do hardcore drugs, or at least be supervised.
Smoke weed. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be fine.
Where is Honda?
Smoke taking a weed nap.
Serving some ranch.
He probably came home from work, smoked a bunch of weed, and took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Would be my
chat.
guess. I honestly, I don't know. That's usually what he does on Saturday. We usually don't hear from Honda until like an hour before his show starts.
Well, we need him for the walk. We need him for Left 4 Dead later. So
we do. Yeah, we do.
We got stuck on a map last night. We all went night strike on it and rage quit altogether.
What map did you get stuck on?
Okay, so here's what happened. We got stuck on the river, but it was at the tunnel where you got to go into like the sewer.
Yeah, right before you get to the end.
Yeah, so we played that. Me and Honda played it like 10 times and couldn't get through it. And then Night Strike joined us and we couldn't get through it. We all rage quit.
All together. I know what we're doing immediately after the chat then.
Yes. So we'll need everyone because we could not beat that last half and that last little part. So we end up rage quitting, and we need your help. So
okay.
So what do you think about the Captain America and Black Panther video games dropping?
What? I haven't even heard of this shit.
Yeah,
they announced it in D23.
Yeah, it's a video
game. I didn't pay any attention to any of the game stuff.
It's a video game. It's set during World War II, and it follows Captain America teaming up with T'Challa's grandfather, Azuri.
Oh, that's cool.
And like
so
one of the
get to like kill Nazis and shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like one of the Howling Commandos is in it, and like
what's the gameplay? Is it first person shooter? Is it third person?
I don't think they've announced yet.
Okay.
There's supposed to be a whole bunch of spy versus spy kind of stuff too.
Though it's weird because I think the people who are making it is Skydance, who's a movie company.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where that's coming out, but okay.
Hey, whatever. If it's a cool game, cool. I'm still waiting on that fucking Warhammer Dead Tides to come out.
Yeah, I saw the preview for that, and the gameplay looks sick.
That looks awesome, man. That's a game I definitely want to get.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, speaking of video games, Assassin's Creed also had their big expo today.
Mm-hmm.
They have announced. So the new game already leaked. It's set in Baghdad. They're also finally doing the one in Japan, which everybody has always asked for. And they're also getting a Netflix show.
Really?
Well, if it's like the movie, screw it.
Yeah, don't be like the movie.
Here's the thing about the movie. Like, there was cool stuff in that movie. If the movie had been... Like, the problem with the movie was they spent way too much time focusing on where he is now. His ancestor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is only a very, very, very teeny tiny little sliver of a part in the game. You know? And I don't know why they went that route. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to focus 90% of the movie on, the ancestor who's in the future and shit. It's not anything anybody cared about. Like, that was not the part of the game anybody gave two shits about. Like, but the parts that took place when it was like him going in the machine and, living through his ancestors, adventures and shit. That was actually really cool. That part of the movie was actually really good, but it was just hardly any of the fucking movie.
Is that why they
it reminded me of Dragon Ball the movie?
You know what? I'm gonna let you know a secret. I actually like that shitty ass Dragon Ball movie.
Oh,
not because it's a good movie, but because it's a bad movie. It's such a bad movie that I enjoy it. Like, it's not a good. I'm not recommending anybody watch that piece of shit, but I kind of like it. So it's shit. I watched it because I used to watch Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT and shit back in the day, and so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch this movie. The movie's fucking horrible, but I think I waited till it was like on DVD or something to come out, and so I didn't really I didn't pay for it or whatever. It's a fucking bad movie, but for some reason I like it. I don't know why. It's one of those bad movies that I like to watch. I just not like to watch it all the time or anything, but like if it's on, I'll fucking sit there and watch it. It's fucking stupid as shit.
So I hear you like the shitty Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah, that's literally what we're talking about. I like Chow Yun Fat as Master Roshi.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on it when they released it, but
it's a horrible movie.
Horrible movie. But Chow Yun Fat did one thing right. He got the perverted Master Roshi smile right. Yeah. That's the only thing. That's the only redeeming quality of that movie.
Yeah, it's a horrible movie. I'm not recommending anybody watch this movie, but for some reason I like it because it's bad. So
I was very confused because another Dragon Ball movie actually did just come out. So
you're talking about that anime?
We're talking about the
live action Dragon Ball.
It's like 2012, 2013, or some shit like that.
Yeah, Jolly, this was when you were still in your infancy.
Yeah, you couldn't even get an erection yet. So
yeah. Jolly's possibly offended now.
All right, we got another super chat. Also from Shot Red. Says Matt, you like mostly everything. Shaking my head. I like a lot. I mean, I'm willing to put up with bad shit if it's entertaining. Like, I don't give a
everything except for Rings of Power.
I mean,
yeah, but that's because it's boring. It's fucking boring. Dragon Ball. You can say a lot about the Dragon Ball Z movie. It's not boring. It's stupid. It's horribly acted, but it's not boring.
No, that's right. That's right.
So,
I mean, I like the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes movies, not because they're great movies, but because
I grew up on that shit.
Because it was hilarious. A fruit / vegetable is attacking people. Come on, that's funny. That is great humor.
I used to watch all those. What's that one studio that did all the Toxic Avenger movies? I can't remember the name of that studio.
I don't remember
on the name. It's the one where James Gunn got his start. His first movies directing were like Samurai Cop Kabuki Cop and shit like that. He directed a bunch of those movies from that studio that did Toxic Avenger. And I used to watch all those fucking movies. They're all horrible movies, but they're fun. They're fun, horrible movies. You know what I mean? So I like stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Thank you, Shot Red. Trauma Films.
Trauma Films, yes.
Trauma Films, yes.
Yeah.
I used to watch all those fucking movies. There was that one. I remember this one movie. I don't remember a lot about it because I think I only ever saw it once. It's about a dude whose dick is a pickle or something like that. I just remember at one point he like takes a pickle out of a jar and pickle fucks this chick. And somehow he's like getting enjoyment out of it. Somebody look that shit up. There is a trauma film where a dude pickle fucks a girl. He like pulls a pickle out of a jar and uses it to do things to her.
Matt, we don't need to know about your pee.
I can't remember what the name of this fucking movie is. I think I only ever saw it one time, but I just remember that scene because he pulls the pickle out of the jar. But the way he pulls it out of the jar, it's like it's his dick or something. Like the way he acts with that pickle is like it's his own penis. It's a weird fucking movie. I don't even remember the name of this fucking movie.
Did you ever see that one with Matthew McConaughey where he makes Gina Gershon suck that fucking chicken leg like it was his dick and it actually came?
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is this? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that
It
is.
also had Emil Hirsch in it.
I honestly don't know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a fucked up scene. It was a lot like what you just said with the pickle, but it was with the chicken leg.
I go away for like 5 minutes, and this is what I come back to, gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
There you are, Night Strike. We have a redo.
We have a redo?
I'm going to get you through this tonight. As soon as we're done with this chat, I'm going to get you through.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going to get you through. It'll be fine. We'll make it. We'll make it. It's me, not Honda. So.
Right.
And as even he'll tell you, I'm better at that game than he is. So.
Well, you're better at shooting him in the back, is what he said last night.
Well, if you fucking get in the way of my bullets, I mean, don't walk in front of somebody unloading a goddamn AR into some zombies. Maybe you shouldn't do that. And if you get shot, maybe that's on you. So.
We got a question now from Kay.
What did Kay say? Can y'all stream Left 4 Dead when you play tonight? Maybe. We'll see if I can get it set up. I gotta fucking figure that shit out. It took me forever to figure it out last time.
I'll run it. I'll run you through it. It'll take 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Good times. So, what else happened in the world this week? I don't even remember what other geeky things were going on. Or is there any of the geek shit that I'm not aware of? We covered all the D23 trailers for Marvel. Oh, they apparently they did a what is it? Where is it? Let me find it here. I'll screen share all this stuff that I've got going on here because I was looking a bunch of shit up today. So Indiana Jones 5, they premiered the trailer, but it was behind closed doors, so we don't get to see it yet. But they said it had multiple high-speed chases, planes, trains, horseback. Supporting cast was spot on. One point, Indy's seen riding a horse through a tunnel, punches somebody with that iconic sound effect. Apparently, at one point, then Harrison Ford came out at D23 after they played the trailer and got all fucking teary-eyed about it. Which, is he dying? Harrison Ford doesn't get teary-eyed about anything.
Well,
if you've ever seen him in interviews,
maybe they told him how much money he'll make if he does well at it.
I don't know, man, but
he did say this was his last Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
Well,
have you ever seen him be anything other than gruff in interviews?
He's kind of a jerk about things.
He was. Yeah, I do know one other time he was teary-eyed. Okay, and that's when he crashed that World War II plane of his that he was flying.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he did that.
I saw him right after he got out of the plane. He was teary-eyed because of how much that thing cost.
And also, he was just in a crash.
Exactly.
Might have been it too.
But he locked away from that one. So what can you say about that?
No. I don't know, man. But they say he got all teary-eyed talking about Indiana Jones and shit. So. Again, it was all behind closed doors, and there's no videotaping and shit allowed. So
they may have embellished.
Who knows, but
I think they.
I don't know. We'll see.
But he did take a photo with Kiwi Kwan. They got to reunite. That was pretty cool.
Oh, really? That is cool. Oh, that'd be cool if he was in it.
He just had a cameo.
Short Round.
Oh, that's awesome. If they didn't bring Short Round back, that's kind of unforgivable. Because he's got to.
No, you know what? He is in it. Short Round is in it. I remember. Where was it? I had another. Fuck. I swear I looked up another one somewhere talking about Indiana Jones, and it talked about it said specifically. It said one of the co-stars, and it gave the name, and I blanked on the name till you just said it. From Everything Everywhere Always, or whatever the name of that movie is. So yeah, he is. He's a co-star in it. So yeah, Short Round's going to be in the fucking movie.
That's gonna be
I just put 2 and 2 together, people. Short Round's in the movie. Yay, Short Round. Super chat from Ghost Shadow says, "How come no one warned me how bad Thor: Love and Thunder is? Because it's not bad."
I didn't think it was that bad at all. I liked it.
I liked it.
I didn't like the ending, but
I'll say it's to me, it's the second best Thor movie.
Ragnarok.
Third.
Ragnarok's a fucking amazing movie. Period. Ragnarok is better than every other Thor movie combined 10 times over. Ragnarok's
one of the best MCU movies.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And all the rest of the Thor movies are okay. 2 is not great.
Dark World. Yeah.
Dark World. The first one has a fun kind of humor to it. I think it's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. It's a fairly simple story, simple plot, but I think it works. And this one I just thought was fun. I fucking love the Guns N' Roses scene. I like that movie.
It was good. It was kind of cheesy, but it was good.
I mean, it's not like top tier Marvel or anything, but it's like better than Eternals. It's better than all the other Thor movies. It's better than like the second Ant-Man movie. It's better than Captain Marvel. It's better than Black Widow. I liked it better than the last Doctor Strange movie.
So there was an interview with Natalie Portman and this guy, and he was saying that this is the gayest MCU movie, and Natalie Portman was like, "Oh yeah, super gay," and I think that's what a lot of people were hating on. Like it's pandering.
I guess what the people are going, they don't like the whole Lady Thor.
Well, it's a storyline from the comics, and it's not like they tried to make her a replacement Thor.
No.
Okay? They very clearly described it in the movie. The hammer saved her because it knew she was dying. She didn't really know how to use her powers very well. She was kind of dorky the whole fucking time. The hammer was the only thing keeping her alive. Like, in the comics, she was truly like a worthy Thor. Like, she was badass in the comics. In this, they didn't even try to make her badass. They're just like, well, it saved her fucking life. So I don't know why anybody, because I heard people complaining about that too. Oh, they're making Lady Thor. I'm like, well, first of all, that's from the comics. And second, did you watch the fucking movie? It's not like they tried to make her better than Thor. You know what I mean? She wasn't in any way, shape, or form. Like, she was not better than him. He was better at everything the whole movie. It's just the hammer was keeping her alive. So I didn't understand that complaint myself.
So Valhalla is confirmed in the MCU.
Yep.
Do you think Stark is in Valhalla since he died in battle?
I don't think so.
Well,
no.
the Golden Plains or whatever are also confirmed. I think they're getting into this weird territory where all the mythologies are real.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like all of the different versions of afterlives exist. I guess whatever you prescribe to.
Yeah.
Atheists are over here just like, dang it, I could have picked anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have picked anything. Yeah.
Let's see.
That Matthew McConaughey movie I was talking about a while ago is called Killer Joe.
Killer Joe. Yeah, I haven't seen
got the best chicken.
He's got the best chicken. Take a bite of my chicken. All right. Go Shadow says, cringy is how I would describe this last one with kids with lightning powers, etc. I thought that was the best fucking scene in the movie.
Yeah, that was fucking cool.
When he gave all the kid, when that chick is killing people with her bunny, that was fucking hilarious. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I wanted out of that Thor movie, which was just goofy fun, which is what it was.
How he kept talking to his battle hammer because it was
that was fucking hilarious. I thought
and the damn goats just kept screaming throughout the movie.
Yeah, I love the fucking goats. Those were fucking the whole fucking time. Look, I thought the movie was fun. It in no way was like a serious award-winning movie with like a fucking, the script is gonna win an award. It was just stupid fun, which I was cool with. I was cool with a stupid fun movie. So I've seen it like 3 times now, I think. And I had fun each time.
I got a question for you, Matt.
Of course you do. Go for it.
Yeah. They've re-released Spider-Man No Way Home. Is it worth seeing again?
Yes.
Spider-Man No Way Home is worth seeing again. Even
I mean, is it worth
added.
seeing the re-release?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you get all these new scenes and shit. That is a phenomenal movie. Like, that legitimately is probably top 5 or top 6 Marvel movies, period.
That's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
No,
No,
that's the last one. With the,
That's the last
It's Far From Home, which is not top 5 MCU.
No, that's not.
That's
The-
bottom 5 MCU.
No Way Home is the last one that just came out last year. The one.
Oh yeah. No, that one was a badass movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they released an extended cut and they've re-released it. It's in the theaters right now, so
Yeah.
I was wondering if it's worth going back and watching again.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
would.
because it's gonna get put on Amazon or something. So I don't know if I would go to the movies to see it. But
Well, you know, I could just wait like half a month and it'll probably be on Disney Plus anyways.
yeah.
You know,
I don't know if it's
So-
going to go to Disney Plus for a while.
Well, they're probably not Disney Plus because I think Sony's got to deal with Stars right now.
Yes, Stars is the deal.
okay, so I wait another month and then it's on Disney Plus.
Well, that's the thing because the Spider-Man movies are Sony.
No, they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but they both came very recently.
Okay, all right. Well,
Like,
then
they may have a contract with Stars, like it has to be on Stars for so long.
I may go see it tomorrow. Then.
I'd go see it in the movies.
I'll go see it tomorrow then.
So I fucking love that movie. Like that movie was so much fun.
All right.
That was a very well done movie. I haven't seen the new extended cut yet, so I do want to see it.
Okay, so you haven't seen the extended cut yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I want to
Okay.
see it. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna go tomorrow because it's been on my list of things to do, of movies to go and see, and I'll go see it tomorrow, and I'll
Wait,
let you
have
know
you
if it's gonna
seen
be
it
good.
yet? You've seen it, the original version.
I've seen the original, but I
Okay.
haven't seen the extended cut,
Okay,
so I
okay,
want to see the changes.
Yeah.
Did we talk about last week that AMC is closing all its theaters?
I mean, I heard that they had filed for bankruptcy, but not that they actually were closing.
I don't think they're closing all the theaters because not Jessica Chastain. Is it Bryce Dallas Howard? Just redid their contract with them to be their spokesperson for another year.
Well, I think they filed for bankruptcy because of all the COVID shit, but that doesn't mean they're closing theaters.
Yeah.
So
Someone may buy them out,
yeah, maybe.
but they'll keep all the theaters open.
Yeah,
That's a
they're
huge
just kind of
investment.
remanaging all their debt.
Yeah, they filed. I think what they did is they filed for reorganization bankruptcy, which means that lets them, you get all their debts, lined up and paid off what they can, and then reorganize.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't think they're closed. I mean, there's movie theaters. They might all be, I'm sure there are some movie theaters closing, but I don't think they're going out of business or anything like that. So, not that it would matter to me. I have no AMC movies anywhere near me. We only have Cinemark down here. So
yeah, there's only Cinemark down here too. The only AMC theater in my area is like 2 or 3 cities over, and I'm not going there. I've got one local here, and this is a local theater that's privately run, and I just go to this one because honestly they get all the movies that come out anyway. So it's like
they're not too far. They're on life support. Movie theaters are on life support.
Yeah.
People just aren't going to see movies like they used to. So, I mean, that's just
it's all the pirators.
But they're also not making movies like they used to.
No, it's not the pirating, Jolly. It's the fact that they're not making movies like they used to, like Duke said. There's also the fact that, with HBO and some other companies, they're starting to do if you have their subscription, you get some of their movies online, that are out in theaters instead of, going out to the theaters to see them.
Well, notice they've stopped doing that.
I know they've stopped doing that, but they may start back up just because the factor that it would make them more. They make more money doing that than not.
I argue that I don't think they do, because what people are doing is they're buying the subscription to the thing they want, then going, okay, I don't need this anymore. Let me cancel it. Whereas
but they're still making more money when they're getting the subscriptions.
And then they decide, you know what? There's this other movie I want, so I'll go and pay the subscription again. And that's equivalent to like, a movie ticket, honestly. If they just do it like you said, Jolly, just one time and then stop one time.
No, I know. I would say they're not making that much money because they're making less movies because they can't make as much money off of them. So I would side with Jolly on this, and this is hurting the movie industry. They're not making as much. They're making money because when they make these big movies and they put them out, okay, yeah, but they're not making as many movies, so they're making less money.
They need to make better movies. That's the problem.
Well, okay, I get your point, but
yes, the quality and quantity of movies has decreased.
Right, but we're not getting as many movies as we used to. You like look at I looked at a movie theater that was actively playing movies in like '98, and it was like 10 or 15 movies were playing. How many movies are now playing in theaters? Like 2 or 3. That's it. Because not many movies are being
Top
made.
Gun Maverick has been the highest grossing film domestically since May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went through
It
the
is
summer.
September.
We went through the summer, gentlemen. Whatever happened to the big summer movies? Remember Independence Day and Men in Black? You know, things like big movies like that.
Duke. The movies of our childhood are gone. They don't make movies like that anymore. They don't make them like they used to.
I know.
Just like they don't make cars, refrigerators, insert appliance here like they used to either.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I will say, I'm really looking forward to Amsterdam. That looks hilarious.
What's that?
Okay, so it's this new. It is Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and what's his name? The lead character from Tenet. John Washington.
Oh yeah,
like
Denzel Washington's kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're in a film, and it's basically like these 3 people who like formed a bond during like World War II or something. They're like 3 accomplices, and they get involved in like get framed for murder or whatever. It's just big hot adventure in Amsterdam, and it looks pretty good.
Okay. Cool.
What's it called?
Amsterdam.
I haven't seen that one yet or heard of it yet.
Well, yes. Let's see. Have I missed anything here? I don't think so. I think I've caught all the super chats and stuff. Just want to make sure I don't miss any of those. I don't have anything else to discuss here today, ladies and or gentlemen, whatever your persuasion may be. So unless anybody has anything else, I think what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to some Left 4 Dead. I was sitting here playing around with it, and I think I can get it to stream pretty damn quick.
Oh, yes. Yes, we will.
Yeah, Matt, remember to use the game capture one and not the other one, not the window.
Yes, it's still set on how I had it last time.
Then you should be fine.
The settings are exactly the same. So we will do that on the Geek channel if you're watching on the Geek channel. If you're watching on Never Enough Ammo, then switch over to the Geek channel if you want to watch the game for a little bit. And we'll attempt to beat Coldstream on extreme hard. No, I'm just kidding.
No, absolutely not.
Nice strike will leave.
Yeah,
I will. I will.
But yeah, that's going to do it for today. So we'll see you guys here in just a few minutes for some Left 4 Dead gaming.
Yes.
And then, of course, I'll be back here on this channel Monday. We'll do the Guns and Geeks podcast Monday night. I do got a video I dropped today on Geek Fusion, and then I got another one just because people were asking on Discord the tour of my office because I had to redo a bunch of stuff because I had to get ready for work on Monday and all this crap, and I had to read it. Anyway, it'll be in the video that I post up tomorrow. So if you want to look for that. But other than that, we'll see you guys later. Have fun, douches you, all that good stuff. And yeah, we're out.
Go, the thing.